Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. We are playing some more Death and Taxes. Not just Death, not just Taxes, but a combination of the both. And this is an okay opening hand. It is pretty high. I'd like to have 1-drops and 2-drops, but we don't have them in our opening hand. But I think we can keep it. We're on the play, by the way. So this is why I'm like, okay, we can probably get away with this. Because reasons. That's why. Planes, ship it to opponent, go. Yeah. How are you guys today? I'm doing well. That's the end of that conversation. So we are playing against what? We're about to find out. Ooh, something. What we got here? Lava Call reaches. Okay. Until it becomes a 2/2 black red creature elemental that has pumpable. That is pumpable. Neat. Okay, I haven't seen that played in anything competitive in forever. So, or ever maybe is the right word. Ever. So I think we're just going to throw down the Spirit of Labyrinth and then probably Field of Ruin next turn, maybe? Probably. Blow up that thing, that's for sure. Depends on what our opponent plays. This is what's going to depend on. Because I would actually like to have either... Sorry about that. Either a Aven Mindcensor or a Leonin Arbiter before we actually blow stuff up, because then they don't get to search stuff up. Well... We are playing Mardu something or other. Bitter Blossom. Huh. Huh, indeed. Okay. That's a thing that happens sometimes. At this point, what do we do? I am really tempted to play Wingmare, but I'm also really tempted to play Blade Splicer. Blade Splicer will allow us to swing in like every single turn. Our opponent needs to... Oh, do these have Death Touch or no? No, just a... But there's a fairy flying... A rogue. They're flying fairies. So, I think it's going to be Blade Splicer. Yeah. I think this is the way it's going to be. Cancel that. We're going to swing. We're going to do combat first. Swing for 3. Opponent has no way of dealing with that. But we can then play Blade Splicer on our second main phase. And there we go. I wonder if I should turn off stop at end of combat. I don't feel like I ever do stuff at end of combat here. Let's go like this. See how that pans out for me. See if that saves me some time by not stopping at end of combat phase. Okay, Bitter Blossom. They lose a life. They get a fairy. It is flying. Ooh, look at that. Nice, beautiful green striped art. Always nice to see that. And look at this Godless Shrine, which is a masterpiece, but it also has, yeah, very, very funny art. Okay. And our opponent doesn't swing in. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Aven Mindcensor is definitely a card I want to see. So much so that we're going to play it immediately, followed by cracking a Ghost Quarter. This is the plan. Do I do that? Yeah, do I do that right now, though? That's the question. Is that what I do immediately? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. So our opponent gets to search 4 cards deep. And they're going to what? They're probably going to have to... What are they playing anything? Oh, Lightning Helix on the Mindcensor. That's neat. Okay, well, that's a thing that happens. Happens once in a while. It's fine. It's fine by us. We'll survive. We will survive. And then we're probably just going to swing with probably the first strike guy here. I think that's the way it's going to go. Okay, go to combat. Swinging in with a Golem. Attack. I don't really want to swing with either of these guys because he can just jump. So that's no fun. But swinging in with a Golem. And what we'll probably end up doing is next turn we will actually flash in the Resto Angel to get another Golem. Might have actually been a better play, maybe. It's hard to say. 50-50 here. So our opponent loses a life, gets another fairy. And I mean, I think the Blade Splicer is what's going to be doing like all of the death part of the deck right now. Does our opponent swing in? I don't think they do. It seems risky if they do. Oh, they do. They do swing in. Okay, well, that's fine. That is completely fine. Okay. going to our turn, we get another Censor, which is fun. It's actually really fun. I think it's almost as fun as a Restoration Angel next turn. Almost as fun. Actually, what we can do... I think we just actually swing at the Golem. Swing in with the Golem. And then I think what we do is we're going to just, on our opponent's turn, we're going to Restoration Angel in, flickering the Blade Splicer. More Golem seems to be the way to win this deck. Win against this deck. I'm assuming this deck is also running, like, Sword of Feast and Famine or something. Because that seems like a really good way to win, because then you give stuff lifelink. Which is an ideal situation for our opponent. Is to get lifelink and then not have to be losing life from Bitter Blossom every single turn. They decide not to attack. We will flash in the Restoration Angel. A Restoration Angel. Yep, you flickering the Blade Splicer. And they're probably going to blow it up. That's probably what will end up happening. Yeah. They are going to blow up Lightning Helix. Fair enough. So, doesn't go anywhere. Nothing happens. Unfortunately. But we do have another 3. We have a 3/4 flyer, which is very nice. We have some options here. We can actually play Mindcensor. We can also play Thraben Inspector. I think we actually just go to combat first, though. So, begin combat. I think we just swing at both of these guys. Yeah, I think that's the way we go. It seems logical. I mean, they may triple block the Golem, maybe. Maybe a single block it just to prevent the damage. Oh, no, they don't. They don't at all. Which is fine. And then we are going to play the Thraben Inspector. And we're going to hold up mana. I mean, we could play Wingmare as well. The thing about Wingmare is it prevents them from... They need an extra mana to play most of the stuff they're playing. But it doesn't really seem it's going to affect them right now. Because we haven't seen a ton of other kind of stuff. So we're going to play Thraben Inspector. And then we're going to hold up mana and potentially play Mindcensor on our opponent's turn. Or crack the clue. Probably crack the clue, depending. We'll see how it goes. It can go either way. Should probably always yield to that. And our opponent... Interesting. Very interesting. So this is basically giving all of his tokens, his fairies, 1/1. Do I play the Mindcensor or do I crack the clue? I think we play the Mindcensor. I think that's what we end up doing. Because what we can actually do at this point now is we can actually aim to blow up his Godless Shrine, which will get rid of his black mana, and then make him only dig 4 cards deep. We can actually blow up Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin, we don't come out as in the negatives. We still come out neutral, which is fine. Okay, it's like a Mardu tokens deck. Don't see very many of those these days, but there is. They are technically viable, I guess. And is he gonna Fatal Push? No, he's gonna Inquisition to take our Wingmare. We draw a Arbiter. Rad, super rad, actually. What do I think? Oh, and this gives him Vigilance as well. That's super fun. Okay, so we're going to blow up this guy. We can't. We don't. We don't have a colorless mana. Oh, no, we can. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was colorless mana. We don't need colorless mana for that. Again, Leonin Arbiter. We're going to go get a Plains. Our opponent gets to search 4 cards deep, so they may not find anything. And they do. Well, that's funny. Super funny. Do we play Arbiter now, or do we hold off? That's the next question. I think... We're at like a dangerous situation here, because we can't just let our opponent keep building stuff. And they can block 3 things, so realistic they're going to take 3 damage, which isn't enough. So we may as well play the Arbiter. Do I play the Arbiter? That's the next question, actually. Or do I draw a card next turn? Our opponent's not going to win next turn, I don't think, so I think it's fine. And again, we can't really swing in with the Restoration Angel, because he'll just double block, lose one fairy, and we'll kill one fairy. He'll lose one fairy and kill our guy, which isn't going to be worth it for us. It's not worth it for us at all. Okay, go to our opponent's turn. Lines of play are getting quite difficult. Nice thing is our opponent loses 1 life every single turn. That's nice for us, at least. So, at this point, we need to swing in and do 8 damage. He has 4, he can block 4 things. Oh, when enters the battlefield, create a white one. Oh, nice. That's the new one from Exile. There's no art on it, so yeah. It's the Exile transforming land, so if he attacks with 3 or more creatures, he gets to transform it into a land that creates more tokens, which is fun. Is it a land that creates more tokens? Yes, it creates vampire tokens with a lifelink. That's annoying. Super annoying. So I'm assuming he's going to swing in with 3 of the fairies. At this point, why wouldn't he? Yeah. So that's going to flip his land, which is super annoying. Good, but annoying. And yeah, going to blocks, we go like this. We could also do, theoretically, Mindcensor, but is that actually worth it? Trading Mindcensor? I think it is worth it, actually. I think it actually is worth it. Okay, and then we are, at the end step, going to have to break this thing and draw an extra card. Opponent plays Lingering Souls, which is nice. We are going to crack our clue, draw a plains, not what we want. And our opponent might have just bested us on this one. Might have just bested us. Well, we might as well... Do we play everything out right now? What do we have? He has Vigilance on the ground, Vigilance in the air, 2 cards in the air. And we don't have that much stuff. I don't think we can theoretically win this. I think our opponent's got us. Especially because he creates vampires right now. So spirits, vampire, this guy has lifelink. I don't think we can come back from this right now. I don't think we can. So much so that I'm actually really tempted to concede right now and go to game 3. Or game 2. Are we in game 2? I think we're in game 2. Yeah. Let's yeah, because I need to do 8 damage, and he has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're literally gonna get in for 1 damage. So this doesn't make any sense to keep playing. We can't do anything here. This is the biggest problem. If we swing with a Golem, he loses 1, but he gets 1 every single turn. So maybe we can just prevent him from killing us, and he'll die from Bitter Blossom. Maybe. The thing is, he can swing with the vampire token every single turn and just gain back the life he's losing for Bitter Blossom. So that doesn't really help us out a ton at all, to be quite honest. So, And creatures he control get what? Plus what? Plus what? They gain Death Touch and Lifelink. Okay, well, let's concede. Go to game 2. Conceding this game. No way of us winning against that. We do have cards, again, Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb would be fantastic right now. So, for starters, Sundering Growth needs to come in. And what else comes in? I don't think Sunlance comes in. These don't really help out at all, to be honest. Day of Judgment may be a card worth keeping in, solely because we can potentially wipe all of the tokens if we are in a pinch. Things that can come out, Dryad Militants. 2 of you guys can come out. You're not really helping out a ton here. Path to Exiles, sure, you can stay in. Spirit of Labyrinth. Yeah, you guys can come out. 2 of you. And what else? Wingmare. Does Wingmare stays in? Wingmare. We should have played Wingmare sooner, actually. But one of the Mindcensors can come out. Actually, probably 2 of the Mindcensors can come out. Actually, we'll leave in a single Day of Judgment, because we're probably not going to play it. But we have it just in case we do. Waiting for our opponent. Oh, there we go. I was like, waiting for our opponent to submit their sideboard. So, where we go, game 2. We're going to play first. This is not an opening hand we can keep. Mulligan. Need at least 1 plains. Do we need exactly 1 plains is the next question. This is also a really bad opening hand. Like really bad. But can we keep it? His deck is not fast either. I'll put this up so you guys can see what everything is going on here. I think we're going to keep it. Fingers crossed we have another land on top. That it goes on the bottom. Resto Angel, I've never put you so fast on the bottom. You are not okay for me to keep around right now. Okay, so plains, ship it to our opponent's turn. We need another land, which we're not guaranteed, but we have 2 turns to draw it, which is rough. Or we need a 1 or 2 drop, which we have a better chance of drawing into. Sundering Growth is going to be good because we can actually blow up his Blitter Blossom, or potentially blow up the thing that's going to make him lifelink creatures, lifelink vampires. So we have a couple options. Sundering Growth is actually pretty good. An opponent cracks and fetches on his second main phase. So I'm assuming he's going to play something. No, lets it come in tapped. Oh, of course he lets it come in tapped. Thraben Inspector, actually you are a sight for... I'd say sight for sore eyes, but just sight for any eyes. Because we can always crack that clue next turn if we don't draw into another land. So that's the thing. It is an option. He's cracking this. He cracked this last one, by the way. He cracked this because he didn't want me to potentially like play something that would not to let him search up stuff. So yeah, playing and cracking those things right away is what he wants to be doing. Now the question is, does he have a Bitter Blossom in his opening hand? Doesn't matter. He can't play it anyways. He doesn't have black, so I'm okay with that. Going back to our turn, we draw another land. That's nice. I think at this point we play the Wingmare. The thing is, if we play the Wingmare, he can also just theoretically blow it up. If he has a like Lightning Helix, he can always just Lightning Helix it. But he would have to pay 3 to Lightning Helix it, so that's kind of funny, which I'm okay with. Second main phase, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Here is a Wingmare. Wingmare totally needs to be upgraded, by the way. If you're going to play this deck competitively, you need to upgrade Wingmare to the Thalia Defender of Therabolt or something? I can't remember the name of the card. Not off the top of my head. Okay, so our opponent decides to do nothing, which I'm okay with. I'm completely okay with that. And, oh, another Wingmare. That is absolutely what I want to be playing. Like, there's nothing more I want to be playing than another Wingmare, actually. Because that slows our opponent down by a lot, assuming they can't deal with it like right away. So swing for 3, play another Wingmare, and Wingmare number 2, which I'm okay with. I hope our opponent's okay with it as well, because now he needs to pay so many. Like Bitter Blossom is going to cost him 4. Anything that's not a creature costs 2 more, which that is a huge handicap. Unless he's playing 1, the Path to Exile. Inquisition? Okay, sure. He's going to have to take away Sundering Growth because we're going to blow. He's actually... Blade Splicer might also be a really good card for him to get rid of. Either of these cards is really good. So, I mean, he has good picks no matter what. So he knows we have double Sundering Growth. Okay. I think our opponent is definitely in a bad situation here. Mindcensor. Also fantastic. Blade Splicer is also fantastic as well. Let's go to combat to start out with. So, going to combat, attack with all creatures, 5 damage to our opponent's face, and I think we play Mindcensor. I think we play Mindcensor. Do I play Mindcensor? I'm thinking if we play Blade Splicer, then we are going to be swinging for a lot more damage. But he may have an answer. I'm not sure what he would have for an answer, but he may have an answer. I think it's going to be Blade Splicer. I think it's Blade Splicer. Yeah, I think that's the way it's going to go. The one downside, for the record as well, is this is all non-creature spells, not just non-creature spells our opponents cast, which means we can't even play Sundering Growth right now. Not the fact that we can't afford it. We still can't play it because we don't have white, another white. But we can't play it because we need 4 lands. So, Anger of Gods. I should have not played Blade Splicer. Wow. Remember that time I went all in, guys? Yeah, that was that turn right there. Well, we can come back. We definitely can come back. I think the first way we need to come back is by... Do I play Arbiter or do I play... I play Arbiter. Oops, I don't need to... Oh well, doesn't matter. Yeah, I have mana in my mana pool. That's fine. So I play Arbiter, ship it to our opponent's turn. We're substantially slowed down now. But so is our opponent. Our opponent is, well, maybe not that slowed down. Maybe they're actually about to take off right now. I should have known. I mean, why wouldn't he put in Anger to the Gods? And why would he not take in Blade Splicer? If he was like, okay, he can play Blade, makes sense. It makes sense. That's my call. My bet on my card. My bet on my part. Super bet on my part. And yeah, going to our turn. What do I get? I get another Blade Splicer, which is actually really good. Because I don't really care to swing in with the Arbiter, because he can just double block and kill it. But swinging in with a Golem every turn seems like a pretty fun idea. Alright, ship it to our opponent's turn. No, I'm not attacking. I'm not going to swing at the Arbiter, because this makes it so he has a bunch of stuff that is almost useless for him right now. Well, not really useless, it's just a lot harder for him to play with. AKA fetch lands. Okay, our opponent is playing something big. Nahiri. I don't really want to see Nahiri. You discard a card, you draw a card, exile target enchantment, tapped artifact, or tapped creature. That's exciting. We're going to have to get rid of her pretty quick, I think. Otherwise, she's going to be very, very difficult. So our opponent is going to filter cards. Draw a card, discard a card. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. And he discards Emrakul. Super funny. Super funny. How is our opponent playing Emrakul? Why does our opponent have Emrakul in their deck? I don't see blue. I'm not polymorphing it. Maybe there's something else I don't know of. So, for the record, if we attack in, we have to attack Nahiri. And we have to kill her. Is what needs to happen. So we have 4 lands now. We could, in theory, Field of Ruin blowing up either of these guys. Not a terrible idea. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. Because we don't have the mana to pay for it. Because if we use either of these guys to blow up stuff in our opponent's hand, we don't get to search unless we pay 2 mana as well. Which is not very fun. Not very fun for us, at least. Where, if we play the Mindcensor and then try and blow stuff up, it's a little bit better. I think we sit. We kind of just need to... We're kind of playing at the mercy of our opponent, because we can't just swing in unless we can kill Nahiri, because we actually need to kill her. Search the library for an artifact creature, or... yeah. So we're going to have to... yeah, we're going to wait. We're waiting. We're going to flash in Aven Mindcensor. Is what we're aiming to do at this point. Again, he has a fetch land. Marsh Flats allows him to go and search up stuff, which he has to pay 2 mana for. So that's cool. The thing is, so our opponent's just going to filter cards. Sure. It's fine. Yeah. So our opponent discards Lingering Souls, which is actually pretty good for them. Pretty good for them. Maybe actually leaving in the Militants was a good idea. It gets rid of Lingering Souls at least. So that's the thing. Yeah. So our opponent has more creatures. Does our opponent use Marsh Flats? I mean, they can afford to crack Marsh Flats now, theoretically. I'm assuming our opponent does not attack. And we will flash in Mindcensor. 1, 2, 3. Leaving up Ghost Quarter, even though we're not going to Ghost Quarter anything right now. But we still leave it up. Leave it up, up, up. Okay. We get another Blade Splicer, which is definitely fun. But is it fun enough? Is it the funnest thing we can possibly do? The thing is, if we attack in with the... so the big problem I have right now is if we attack in with the Golem, then... yeah, if we attack with the Golem, he's just going to chump block with whatever. He'll lose one of his guys, which doesn't really matter, but then he's going to destroy this next turn. Which doesn't really work out for us. I think we do is we play Blade Splicer, leaving up Ghost Quarter in case we want to blow something up. We get another Golem, which means we're more of a threat next turn, and then we ship it to our opponent's turn at this point. Blowing up his lands doesn't really help us at all. He now has a ton of land, so it's not going to do anything for us, so we're going to sit and wait. We need to find a way out of this. It's going to be hard to find a way out of this. Yeah, especially if he starts playing some bigger stuff. So Lightning Helix is the Mindcensor. Hold on. Oh. Oh, so he paid. He paid for this guy. Yeah. Nice thing about Leonin Arbiter for our opponent is like any player may pay 2 to ignore this effect until end of turn. So you pay 2 once, and then you're paying. That's it. You're done paying for it. So our opponent, did our opponent pay for that? I'm pretty sure our opponent paid for that. Looking at the thing here, I can't see it. Casts really from So he paid for it. So there's no point in us blowing up a land right now. And realistically, I would rather actually keep up the mana. Okay. Neri, she is searching up. Search the library for an artifact creature, put that into the battlefield, and shuffle your library. You gains haste return. It'll be okay. Well, our opponent is going to put Emrakul into play right now, and we are about to lose the game, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Fun times. Super duper fun times. So I see now how they're playing Emrakul, Nahiri. I don't think there's, again, we didn't really have any good line of play. No real good line of play. Ratchet Bomb would have been a really good line of play. Hold on, our opponent. Hold on 1 second. Could you not search? You not. I think there's an actual bug with Leonin Arbiter. This is like the second game where our opponent was like, hey, I couldn't pay for Leonin Arbiter. So I'm asking our opponent. Because our opponent should have actually just grabbed Emrakul. Oh no, our opponent forgot to pay it. They cracked it on their turn. No, again, they weren't prompted to pay for it. That's super shitty. I feel like I might win this game solely because... Yeah. You have to pay before you play. So that's a really bad system. For the record, this is a really, really bad system for Leonin Arbiter, which I can understand why our opponents have been having a hard time, is you're not prompted. You only pay this once. So before you actually search, you actually have to pay this ability. Obviously, when you're like, obviously when you're playing paper, you can just shorthand it, be like, okay, I'll pay for Leonin Arbiter, yes. But on MTGO, they have to pay before they do their thing. That is kind of shady. Shady indeed. Well, we have nothing to block with. Yeah, sucks for our opponent. Sorry, dude. Well, that's something for us to know. I mean, if we need to pay for something, we know now. Okay, I'm done talking with our opponent. We need to now crush him. This is my opinion. Okay. Waiting on our opponent now to do something. I mean, they have tons of mana. They should be able to do anything they want. Anything they want. And they're going to ship it over to our turn. We get another Arbiter, which... Again, no real reason for us to crack lands to kill our opponent. Like 0. Solid 0. So I think we... Okay. Golems go attacking. Arbiter does not. We could swing at the Arbiters, theoretically. But I think we just go with with 2 of the Golems. He's probably going to chump and take, or chump and chump. No, jump and chump. Jumpa chumpa. We go and we play another Leonin Arbiter. Bam and bam, I guess. Also, if we can dump cards out of our hand, we can actually start playing, or using Sea Gate Wreckage to start drawing cards, which would be nice. And then we're going to go to our opponent's turn and crack the clue on their end step. Discover the clue on their end step. He's going to combat. I'm assuming he's going to swing in for 2. I would guess. No, he's going to swing with everything. What does he have? Sure. I'll take the 4 damage. I'll assume that you're not bluffing. Do I take the 4 damage? I think I take the 4 damage. I mean, because he may have... I'm assuming he doesn't. Oh, he has this thing. Death Touch, Lifelink. Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing that happens. That is a thing that happens. I should really destroy that land. Specifically that land. Okay, let's do that on our next turn. Get rid of this thing. I didn't really even realize it was there. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, well, our opponent is going to gain 4 life, which is annoying for us. Very annoying for us. And end step. Cracking the clue. Bam, bam. And what do we drop? Not land. Please don't tell me it's land. It's land. Happens all the time. Land. Path. Path is nice. Path is nicer when we have actual creatures, but I will take it in a pinch for non-creatures. And do I path now? I think I do. I think I kind of have to. Yeah, so it's going to be path the spirit now, because our opponent can't deal. Opponent can't deal. I have two in play. Paying doesn't make any difference. you can't save it. And then we're also going to blow up this thing. Which again, you can't pay. So that's a thing. That happens. Go to combat. Opponent can't pay, so whatever. And then go to combat, swing in with... I think I swing in with everything at this point. What's it going to be? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Yeah. Everything goes attacking. Attack with all creatures. Go to opponent's turn. This is what we're doing. Again, if we had a target for Sundering Growth, then we could actually be drawing cards off of Sea Gate Wreckage. But we don't, so we can't. So that's the thing that happens. It's the thing that happens. Okay, our opponent's turn. Do they have an answer, or do we go to game 3? I think we may go to game 3. I mean, I think our opponent had us if they didn't... if they knew or didn't know, I mean, whatever, if they would have actually managed to play around Leonin Arbiter properly. Again, that's kind of shitty. It's kind of bad game design, especially MTGO game design, when that's kind of the way the game runs, where, yeah. I think it's bad design. Bad design. They need to fix that. They need to prompt it. As in, like, you haven't paid for Leonin Arbiter this turn. Do you want to pay for it? Yes. Hey, timely reinforcements. Neat. That's a thing that happens. Planes. That's also a thing that happens. I want to blow up stuff and then draw cards off of Sea Gate Wreckage. I think I... Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have the thing that gives creatures +1/+1, I can't swing it with everything. So, I think I literally just go... Hold on. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I go like this... If I go like this, our opponent is forced to... Hold on. 6, 7, 8... Yes, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, that's where we go. Swinging with all of it. So he'll probably block, or block, or block, or block. So he's blocking the Blade Splicers, which... Blade Spicers. Seasoning Spicers. Seasoning Blade characters. Does our opponent not realize that kills him? Does he have something that allow him not to die? Like a Lightning Helix. I'm assuming he does, otherwise our opponent is dead right now. Otherwise. Our opponent has like all of the non-basic lands, which is super funny. Okay, so he decides he also has to block the something else somewhere else. He's trying to figure it out. Yes. This one here. This is the thing I'm a little bit scared of. So we have Field of Ruin. We can always use Field of Ruin to blow this guy up, which is what may actually happen. Because if he does decides he wants to swing with this, he can make it big enough to kill us. So he's playing something. What is he playing? What are you deciding you want to play? So he Kolaghan's Commands, one of our guys. So that was not a very favorable round for us. And I think we hold up. And we're probably going to Feel the Ruins his Lava Claw. Lava Claw. Yes. This has been a very long, grindy game. A long, grindy game. Especially because the last game I played, which I played literally right before this one, was also long and grindy. And our opponent doesn't turn Lava Claw into a creature. Neat. Okay, well, that's the thing that happens. He could have. And actually swung in and actually probably killed us. Because he could have pumped it. Okay, well, I mean, I'm okay with that. We take one. Go to our turn. And what do we draw? Something relevant. Plains is not something relevant. We're literally holding on to Sundering Growth for days. We're holding on to it for days. Okay, well, go to combat, swing with the Golem, ship it to our opponent's turn. Playing fast. Because we have 5 minutes on the clock. Again, this has been like a grindy game. Our opponent has 11 minutes on the clock. I guess because I was trying to figure out what was going on with our opponent, rather than like just saying, oh well, opponent misplayed, done. Which is maybe something I need to do more often. Instead of like chatting with our opponent and like burning my clock when I'm like, oh, what happened? Is something happens? Because there's nothing we could have done. So why did I bother? I should just be a little more reckless. Well, not reckless, a little more ruthless. What I should have done. Okay, so our opponent's swinging in for 1 each turn. We're swinging in for theoretically 0 each turn. Does our opponent play anything that we can blow up? At this point, no. We get another Blade Splicer, which is nice. Go to combat. Swing with both of these. Opponent's going to take damage no matter what. I'm assuming he's going to block the Golem. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Feel the Ruin. Sacrifice it. Destroy this. Pay 2. Might as well go this way. Yeah. No Lava Claw thing for you. We both get a basic land, which is fine. We've been waiting for this our entire time. The entire time. Getting rid of Lava Claw. So, I'm assuming he blocks... Oh, he's going to block the Blade Splicer. So it takes 3. We play another Blade Splicer on our second main phase. Blade Splicer, number 2. Ship to our opponent's turn. And what does our opponent think? What does our opponent think? If our opponent has an answer, this is the time to play it. And it's going to be a hammer. And a Bitter Blossom. Creatures you control have haste. Sacrifice land, create a 3/3 So he could create a Golem token right now. It doesn't kill us though. But we kill him, I think? So we Sundering Growth this thing. Which I'm assuming he's going to create a Golem right away, and then we're going to path the Golem. And then swing with everything. This is the plan. This is the plan. Yep. And path this guy. Skipping through this. I have a hunch I'm going to lose on time. GG. Okay, opponent is scooping it up. We're going to game 3 with 4 minutes on my clock. I don't think I have any other real options here. Now's the time to think about it, though. Do I have any other options? I think Dryad Militant actually coming in might actually be better. Might actually be not bad at all. Spirit of the Labyrinth, you are just not... You're just not. I mean, you're a 3/3/1, which is nice, but you're hindering us more than you're helping us. What else? Forge-Tender doesn't really help us. Yeah, I think this is the way we're going to go. Submit it, run her back. See what happens. And going to game 3. We are on the draw, and we need to play fast. I don't like this opening hand, but I think we're going to keep it. Keeping a one-lander, we have a lot of one-drop stuff. Yeah, it's super risky, but I think we're going to keep it. Yep. Go to our turn. Playing fast now, guys. This is the way I say it every single time. I'm like, the first couple games, I'm like, yeah, let's play the game. It's awesome. And then we get to like game 3, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Okay. Dryad Militant, ship to our opponent's turn. So now if they do put in stuff like, what am I thinking about? Lingering Souls, they don't get value off of it, which is fine by me. We also have Sundering Growth, which is really nice. And we do have Thraben Inspector. I'm not gonna lie, if you are building this deck, I mean, one of the things I think I would change now that I've played it a bunch more, especially against like top tier decks, because I just kind of play on. Okay, good. We're gonna blow up that right away. One of the things I do play, I play on X-Mage a lot, which kind of has a lot of like really weird decks because it's people that are playing for free, so they want to play kind of funnier, weirder stuff. And I think we need to blow this up right away. It would be nice if we didn't have to, but I think we kind of have to. Go to combat, swing in, go to our opponent's turn. But one of the things that I would recommend if you're actually going to upgrade this deck, the first thing you should do is actually get 4 Flickerwisps. They do so much more because you can like play another one really, because you can like do a lot more with them rather than just being like offensive. Well, let's play the Arbiter. Hopefully our opponent has more fetch lands that they're gonna play. I guess this is I guess. So Bitter Blossom on our opponent's turn. Our opponent, yeah. Oh, there's the Lava Claw. And our opponent is gonna anger. That's fine. I am actually completely okay with our opponent angering. So Thraben Inspector number 1. Thraben Inspector number 2. Ship it to our opponent's turn. He gets a fairy. A black rogue fairy. Which is flying, which is nice. Nice for our opponent. And our opponent plays what? Depending on what our opponent plays, again, we have Path, which we'll likely use on this thing, so we can swing in for some damage. It would be nice if he didn't get a land from it, but I mean, it's a thing that happens. And we have 2 clues. So, I mean, we can realistically play a clue. We can crack a clue, I should say, which is a thing. Nahiri. That's exciting. Not exciting. It's not exciting at all. Yeah. So, putting it to 6, we need to find a way of actually killing Nahiri now. So, I think we path the fairy. I think we have to path the fairy. Yeah. Pathing the fairy. Our opponent gets a land, which is sad for us. Opponent's getting all the land. If we don't lose on time, we might just lose because our opponent has a really good opener, and we did not have a very good opener. Feel the Ruin. That means we can Resto Angel on our opponent's turn, which is the thing, I guess. I guess. And I didn't attack. Neat. That's super fun. I like that. Makes me really happy. Alright, we'll ship it to our opponent's turn. They get a fairy, lose a life. And we need to seriously take out Nahiri. Again, needed to attack in, taking her down to 4. Sad times for me. Opponent filtering cards, throwing away lands now. They don't need lands anymore. Just figure out why my MTGO does this. Like, puts in cards that don't have art. It's very strange. Ooh. Oh, really? Really, really? Let's play a Resto Angel straight away. I think we're going to lose solely because Liliana Veil, I think, kind of beats our deck in a lot of cases. You, targeting you. Because, I mean, us discarding cards is going to be a thing, but us sacrificing creatures is a bigger thing. Is a much bigger thing. A bigger and scarier thing at that. So we have to swing into Nahiri this turn. Target player sacks a creature. Sure, Thraben Inspector. You go away. We will be able to take Nahiri down a bunch. Let's crack the clue and see if we find something fun. Do we find something fun? Ghost Quarters is not fun. So we get to What do we do? I think we go like Flickerwisp and targeting Nahiri. Do we target Nahiri or do we target the? If we target Nahiri, we actually. Yeah, I think that's the way we go. Target Nahiri. Nahiri, you are being targeted by my delightful Flickerwisp. And then we swing them both to Liliana. Go to combat. Oh. Attack all creatures to Lily of the Anna. Ship it to our opponent's turn. Apparently I turned off attack. That's why I skipped through my last attack phase. That's neat. Neat is not the right word for it, but it's a thing that happens. I think I'm going to lose this one on time, assuming our opponent doesn't have... Does our opponent have answers? Our opponent has a... What is this? That's super annoying. Thanks. So, thanks for that. That's really fun. I like that. It's really fun. It's really super fun. Super fun! Well, I hate uploading games where I lose on time, but I think I'm gonna upload this one because game 2 was really good. So I think you're gonna have to watch me lose a game, unfortunately, based on time, which doesn't happen very often these days. I remember when I first started playing MTGO, it happened all the time, like all the time. It was just like every other game was like, sorry guys, we're going to time. But I mean, our starting one is 6 minutes on the clock. Yeah, there goes the Restoration Angel. Because we needed to deal with things. Now, we would lose this one, I think, no matter what. No matter what happens, we are in the losing situation. At this point, there's almost nothing we can actually draw into that would help us. Dryad Militant, you are not one of those things that will help us. I'm not sure why I just played it. That was a really bad move on my part, because I should have used a clue first. Yeah, I guess we go this way. Ship it to our opponent's turn. And we'll see what they do. Again, we're probably going to lose on time, but we're going to see if our opponent... Oh, he's just going to -2, make us sack a creature, and then just start swinging in. I think that's probably what he's going to end up doing to us. Because Lily, at this point, we don't have any cards in hand, so it's him losing cards, not us losing cards. Where us losing another creature is more damaging. So yes, so our opponent is going to filter. Opponent filters, and then probably makes us sack a creature. That would be my guess what's going to end up happening. Because he can basically play anything whatever he just filtered, he can probably play it. Which means, he might plus Lily. Lingering Souls enters the Exile Zone. 2 more souls. That's going to kill us. Not very good for us. So 2 cards coming to our face. 3 cards coming to our face. 2 cards. 2 or 3. Which one is it going to be? Yeah, at this point, he should just swing in with everything. We can't block any of these things. They're all flying. So that's a thing that happens. And now the question is, we're discarding cards. Okay, well, no cards for either of us to discard. And darn. You. Cancel. You. Clue. I want to do the clue. Let me do the clue. Okay, what do I draw? Anything relevant? I don't even know what I can draw at this point that would help me win the game. Plains is not one of the things I can draw. So I'm going to say GG to our opponent. GG. He's got us. There's no way for us to come back from any of this. So, yeah, well, this has been Adrian playing Giant Monster Games. We are watching Death and Taxes. Until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster. Thanks for watching the videos here on Giant Monster Games. If you want to support the channel directly, we now have a Patreon page which you can go and become part of the broader Giant Monster Games community. Additionally, if you want to see some other awesome videos, you can click right here or right here.